So hello everyone, it's Connor here today in a new YouTube video. So today we're gonna talk about liquidity again. So in this video we're gonna talk in about specific type of liquidity, the liquidity that rests above the previous day highs and lows, and the previous weekly high and weekly low, and also previous month high and lows. And you can also consider the previous year and low as a point of liquidity. So let's start explain. So also we have the sessions liquidity. So we're gonna start about the strongest one to the lowest one, or to the weak one. Okay, so we have the previous month high and low and the swing highs. So we call this a major liquidity. So this is one of the strongest point of liquidity. So if we have a previous, for example, previous monthly high, for example here, so this is a strong point of liquidity. So if market comes to this high and broke through, you need to drop to some lower time frame and look for some change of characters to take an entry and try to target some internal liquidity here, because also you need to take your entry based on the structure points. Okay, so this is the strongest one, the strongest liquidity. And we have the medium liquidity. It's that rest above the previous week and the previous week high and the previous week low. Okay, so the liquidity that rests above, so if we have week high, for example, this high here is a weekly high. Let's say this is all, this is a weekly candle. So this one here, we can say this is a strong point of liquidity. So if market comes to this point and take it, so try to look for entry and target the next structural point of liquidity. So this is a medium liquidity. So the minor liquidity, it's the swing, the sessions highs and lows, and the previous day and high and previous day low. Okay, so yeah, so this one, it's like a minor liquidity. Okay, so like we know, in the day we have 3 sessions. Let's say this is London session and the New York session. So let's say we have here Asian session, okay, and we have London session and New York session. Okay, so in the next day, let's say we start here the Asian session again. So for example, we have here the Asian session. Let's make it with different colors. Okay, so this is the Asian session, and this is the London session, and this New York session. Okay, so, and we have here some kind of point of interest, and we are in a bullish market. So if we are in a bullish market, and all this lag here, it's a retracement. Let's say this a retracement lag. Okay, so, and we have this point of interest. So this is the highest point of the day. Okay, the previous day. Okay, so after this swipe of liquidity and the reaction from our point of interest, we can take an entry and target the previous day high, because it's the extreme point of liquidity and the strongest one. So we have here also sessions liquidity. So all those points are liquidity points. Okay, the last point is the strongest point of liquidity. So the market will push all the way to take this liquidity. After swipe of this liquidity here below the Asian session, okay, then we have the fuel to push to take the rest liquidity above here. Okay, so this is an example for the previous days and lows and previous week and highs, and the previous month highs and lows and the swing highs liquidity. So now we're gonna take a real example from the chart and explain how to use this type of liquidity to take an entry or take an action. Okay, so let's go straight to the point.